Ladies and gentlemen, this video today is announcing a couple new bodies we're going to be making using some molds we already had on hand but have never really run before. And this is the PB Mini Mustang four-wheel drive buggy. We're going to run that. We've run the gear cover before in the past, and we just have never run the body because I didn't feel like there was much demand for it at all. But we're going to run it now because we've had some people asking us to do it because they consider ours to be a better reproduction, apparently, of it. But we found some problems with the mold. I'll go over that in a little bit that we had to do some fixes on. Then the RC10T body. And people are asking for this now because same reason ours, I guess, is a better reproduction of those that are available. And our guest experience from our quality of our stuff is better than some other guys out there, so they're asking us to run this. One thing I should also mention, I kind of forgot here, is this has actually been discontinued by Team Associated. They were running it for quite a while, and it's mounted to a platform. It's got some wood catchers installed, not by us. It was the first place we had the bodies run at. We only did some test runs on it. Never ever got a good quality product of it. Never ran it again since we pulled out of that place. So we're going to remove this from this platform because this is not a good sized platform for running these. So because they're so tall, they need to have more material available to them to make these sides better. So they're less likely to pull the plastic down around the edge and create faint lines. And it's less likely to really thin out the plastic a bunch being pulled on such a feature that tall. So this will be moved to a different platform. We'll get better results. That we'll get back to the video now. This also needed some repair in it. I don't know what the bodies looked like before that Mr. Lexan was running on both of these, but there were some obvious flaws in the casting of these reproduction molds. So I've tried to address those, and I'll kind of show you what we're doing here. This has already had some work done to it earlier, but we found some more stuff we want to do. And so what looks like a bunch of pock marks or little dark marks all over it, that is filler to fill in a whole bunch of little casting error bubbles that were in the mold. So that's what all these marks are, is trying to fill in stuff. Now, over here, you see this little graving. That was a big indentation. I assume it was an error in the casting. Then maybe over here was some damage on this. We filled that in, and there was another spot there. So we've got this, and you can see over here, there's some more. We still got to sand this stuff down and get it going and everything. But yeah, there was even I think on the windshield here somewhere, I think there's a few spots, but it was all basically air bubbles trapped in the original casting that Mr. Lexan had done for this. So we've taken care of that now, trying to make this better. I think there was something here you can see it's shinier. So our body, compared to what I would assume Mr. Lexan had before, ours now version of it with his old mold should be better and have less errors in it. So look forward to that coming soon. We'll have this in 030 and 040. So our standard and our thick versions for people who want a lighter body or a sturdier body. You can pick between the two. In fact, yeah, now that I think about it, we may only do the thick because, to be honest, the thick bodies sell way better than the standard thin ones. People like the thick ones, I think, a lot better. So we may just run it in that version. Of course, that means the price will be a little higher. Then on the Mini Mustang, we've already done the sanding and everything on this to fix this up. You can see over here is kind of some shinier spots or a different color. That had to be filled in. There were some marks on there. Then, let's see if I can get it one-handed, flip this over. Stand, create the shadow here. I have the studio lighting on. There you can see some dark spots. Where is it? Like right there? Oop, there. And I think over there. And there was definitely one right there that we filled in. So that'll be better. And that will have a little higher quality to what maybe was run before. And actually, maybe that look at it again. Maybe this was actually, I think we did mainly air bubbles here. I think this is just a discoloration in the original casting over in here. But there were air bubbles we kind of took care of in here. But this dark kind of oval shaped thing running up and down here, that is was a dent in it or a big bubble in the casting as well, so we took care of that. There are some air bubble things back here, but I believe this is all trimmed off, so it doesn't really matter. Now, I will discuss something here for the people who are interested in manufacturing stuff. This piece back here, I'm going to assume this was to aid in the release of the body from the mold. They added this on there because I bet this body was a real pain to get off the mold. And the reason it's such a pain is because look at it at this angle, you have a big undercut on either side. And so that makes the body generally a little harder to release off the mold when you're trying to get it done. And you can see it keeps that angle around most of this little side pot area. And then on the back, it had a draft angle there too that was a negative angle. So they added that piece on there. Interesting. Doing this now long enough, you kind of look at and you think about how things are made and how they come off the mold. And it's very interesting, the draft angles on this one. So that's it. Look forward to these coming soon. We'll probably sell these with the gear cover. And then, like I said, we'll probably just do this now that I'm thinking about it more while shooting this video. We'll probably just do this in the thick version.